PFI has now moved the Supreme Court against the ban by the centre and has questioned the ban that the centre has placed. The PFI has now moved the Supreme Court against the ban placed on it by the centre. Upholding of ban by the UFPA tribunal has been challenged. The Supreme Court will now hear the PFI appeal against the ban today. Legal editor Harish Nair joining us on the broadcast. Harish, the centre had banned PFI as a terror organisation, but the PFI has moved the Supreme Court. What's expected today?
Yes, Pratibha, big development as far as the PFI ban is concerned. The PFI has moved the Supreme Court against centre's ban. Remember, the Unlawful Activities Prevention Tribunal of the Delhi High Court had March this year upheld the ban imposed in the September 22 by the Ministry of Home Affairs, and that upholding of the ban has been challenged by PFI. Ministry of Affairs in a Gazette notification had declared the PFI an unlawful association along with its associates or affiliates or fronts, including Rehab India Foundation, Campus Front of India. Tribunal, remember, had said the PFI and its 7 affiliates wanted to establish caliphate rule in India by 2047. A tribunal constituted under UAPA held as it upheld the ban on the organizations, holding that the evidence produced against the organization was credible and trustworthy. The tribunal, headed by Justice Dinesh Kumar Sharma of the Delhi High Court, had agreed with the MHA's submission that PFI wanted to turn India into an Islamic state and carried out political murders of well-placed people in the Hindu community in the country. In the 285-page report of the tribunal, it had also agreed with the centre's submission that even though these organizations have a laudable purpose on paper, they are indulging into illegal activities which are against the integrity and sovereignty of the country. So PFI has moved the Supreme Court against these findings, challenging these findings. And what is important is that the Supreme Court bench led by Justice Aniruddha Bose will be hearing this matter around 12 o'clock today. Back to you.
Okay, all right. So this is going to come up at 12 today. Remember, the Ministry of Home Affairs had said that the central government has decided to ban PFI for 5 years as it is involved in the subversive activities, thereby disturbing public order and undermining constitutional setup of the country and encouraging and enforcing a terror-based regressive regime. This is what the centre had said. Harish, today's PFI plea comes up in the Supreme Court. What has the PFI said?
Yes, in fact, the PFI has, in fact, kept their petition under wraps, and it has not been put in public domain. We're still trying to get the copy of the PFI's petition, but they are saying that they have not got the centre had banned them without a proper hearing, and it was against principle of natural justice, and it was wrongly termed as a terrorist organization, and it needs more time to explain its stand on several issues. And just because few members of it are indulging in certain subversive activities does not mean that the entire organization should be banned. And these arguments will be played out in the Supreme Court today. We'll have to wait and watch what kind of order the Supreme Court will pass. It's expected that the notice will go to the centre and the reply sought before a detailed hearing happens in the Supreme Court on a later date.
Okay, all right. Harish, thank you for joining us with those details. Big developments expected in the Supreme Court. The case is expected to come up by 12 noon. We'll continue getting you those updates.